Speaking, if you run over to Proverbs chapter 8, you'll see that the voice is chokhmah, which in some ways matches ancient mythology, where the goddess Sophia is understood to be something like the emanated wisdom of the divine. Now, the Hebrew Bible doesn't really have any mythology, but we have a residue of a mythology of what in the Greek tradition is called Sophia. The Jewish tradition, chokhmah. And she says, it's rather stunning, over in the book of Proverbs chapter 8, I was with God in the very beginning. Before there were mountains, I was there. Before the abyss, I was there. So Chokhmah is saying, I was there before the world was created. Now, the book of Proverbs goes back at least 1,000 years BCE, certainly long before Plato with his idea of an emanatory system. So the idea that you might call the God that is beyond language and conception, beyond understanding, emanates different apprehendabilities of the divine. We call this Platonism or Neoplatonism. Not that it starts with Plato, it goes 1,000 years before Plato, but in Western philosophy, that's just the word that we use. So Platonism does not begin with Plato, but he is probably the best explainer of the idea that when we think of the interior of the mind of God, it actually emanates different dimensions, different emanations, different apprehendabilities. So for example, when you think about Mount Sinai, God reveals the Torah to Moses into the mind of Moses. Moses reveals it to the people. So here we have the law of God is emanated into the mind of Moses. Moses speaks it to the people. Now here's what the rabbis say. This thing that we call Torah, which we might misidentify with the 5 books of Moses, they say that's what we mean by the primordial chokhmah. The rabbis just make a leap. Proverbs says wisdom was with God before anything was created. Co-equal with God. Now, we know from later, created by God, but before the universe was created, and therefore, God created Torah in order to create the universe. What modern analogy might we use? I just asked young Moses over here, I said, how did God create the universe? And Moses right away said, Big Bang. I said, that's absolutely right. Okay, so when the Big Bang came into creation, were the laws of physics, did the laws of physics precede the universe? Which means, was there a structure of the universe into which the universe was created? So the idea of the pre-existent wisdom is the structure of the universe into which the universe was created, and the rabbis identified that pre-existent structure of the universe with the word Torah. So now you learn something very, very significant. When the rabbis use the word Torah, they don't mean the 5 books of Moses. When the rabbis use the word Torah, they mean the wisdom in the interior mind of God that is emanated into an earthly form, which is the 5 books of Moses. The 5 books of Moses is a placeholder for the wisdom of God that is far beyond human conception. Now, this is from the Midrash, by the way, that's why I brought it in. So before you study Breshit bara Elohim, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, I want you to understand what the rabbis thought when they read it. When the rabbis read Breshit bara Elohim, in the beginning God created, they thought by means of wisdom, parentheses Torah, God created the heavens and the earth. Now we're beginning to see how the rabbis understand this text. So one of my goals is to give you the rabbinic worldview, the rabbinic frame in which the Bible existed.
יהי שמע רבה משמיה לך עם עלינו